analysis. Conventional analysis, the subject or the object? Subject. So subject means what is really happening? Just appearance is happening. Just appearance is happening. That's it. That is the what we say. That is what we interact as a flower. That is what we interact as a person. That is what we interact as the world. That is what we interact as the ecology. What we interact as the traffic rules and so forth. It's all just appearance. Beyond this appearance, it's not really there. What is beyond this appearance? This is described as inexpressible. What is beyond appearance? What is beyond the subjective appearance is known as indescribable. Okay, so finally, what is really there? What is really there? Answer is what is really there? Really there. What is ultimately there? You're getting it? What is ultimately there? What is really there? Okay, let's say this hall, this room is the room of the conventionality. You getting it? Room of the conventionality or the room of conventional analysis. And the moment you go out, you reach into the ultimate domain. Right? And everything exists the way I said till now. Everything exists just by the power of the convention, by the power of the subject. Okay, and this is the room of the subject. The moment you go out, you go into the ultimate. In the ultimate, we say that nothing's there. This is what we said thus far. Okay, now tell me, if you are the HOD of science department, physics department, if you are the, okay, is there anyone from the physics? Never mind. Let's say you are the HOD of, by the way, in Israel you call HOD head of department. Okay, so you are the HOD of physics department, and then you're recruiting the physics professors. How do you recruit? Through interviews. Yes? Through interviews. Okay, so you and your colleagues are there. And they interview. So the first applicant came and you asked a question. Your question is, okay, what is the famous equation of Albert Einstein? And the applicant does not have the answer. Applicant is looking at you. No, you are the HOD. One of your colleagues said that, hey, you know that so well, right? The E equals mc squared. This is Albert Einstein's equation. You know that so well. And then you said, yes, E equals mc squared. You as the HOD, the interviewer, are you happy or not happy? Huh? Not happy. Why you're not happy? Because the answer is not coming from the applicant. It's coming from your colleague. Right? Okay. Now you ask the next question. Okay, what is the number of the electrons of the hydrogen atom? Right? And then again the applicant becomes a little hesitant like this, and then another colleague of yours said, oh, you know that, right? Yesterday we were teaching this to your daughter. It's one electron. Then one electron. Are you happy or not? You are not happy. So what you will say? You say that, okay, now my colleagues, if you utter a word, I will disqualify this person. I want to know ultimately how much he knows. Ultimately. You're getting it? When the answer is coming from your colleagues, you are not knowing ultimately how much he knows. You agree with me? Ultimately, how much the person knows means the subject should not speak. Your colleague should not speak. Right? Your colleagues are like the subjects, and the person is the object. Ultimate, how much he knows, I want to check. Then he asks, okay, now, if anybody of you, the subject, you speak, I'll disqualify this person. Because I'm not getting ultimately what is there. I want to know ultimately how much he knows. Ultimately how much he knows. Ultimate truth. Okay, so we ask, what is the number of the electrons of helium? he does not have any answer. So what did you know? You discovered that ultimately this person does not know anything. Do you get it? Okay. Did you find the ultimate answer? What's the ultimate answer of this person? That the person does not know anything is the ultimate answer. You get it? Okay. So now, this is the world of the conventional analysis. This is the world of the conventional domain. Everything exists in the conventional domain. Nothing exists in the ultimate domain. The moment you cross this house, you go into the ultimate domain. Right? Okay. Now, you peep through what is in the ultimate. Right? Peep through what is the ultimate. What do you find? Huh? You find nothing. You find nothing. Okay. What have you discovered? Hey, what have you discovered? But peeping through, what have you discovered? That in that domain, nothing is there. This is what you've discovered. Right? You are looking for the ultimate, you are looking for the conventional. Ultimate. So what have you discovered should be the ultimate. What have you discovered? Ultimate is nothing's there is what have you discovered. That's the ultimate. Right? Ultimate nothing's there is what you've discovered. Ultimate nothing's there. Nothing is there on the ultimate is the ultimate. You getting it? Do you follow what I said? Right? Okay. Emptiness of objective existence. Emptiness of objective existence of the object is the objectivity of the object. Emptiness of objectivity of the object is the objectivity of the object. Right? Ultimately, nothing is there, is the ultimate. What have you discovered? I've discovered that ultimately nothing is there. This is what I've discovered. What you have discovered is the ultimate. Because you are looking for the ultimate. Because what are you looking for as the ultimate? What are you trying to discover is the ultimate. What have you discovered should be the ultimate. What have you discovered? That ultimate nothing is there is what you've discovered. That is ultimate. You got it?
Is it right to use the word nothing and not emptiness of inert existence if you subject yourself to ultimate analysis?
Say it again.
Is it right to use the word nothing? This is what you find if you subject yourself to something to the ultimate analysis, or is the answer empty of inert existence?
Okay. This is a good question. So what we said is that with respect to the ultimate analysis, or in the ultimate domain, nothing is there. It is not nothing is there. In the ultimate domain, nothing is there is what we've discovered. In the ultimate domain, nothing is there, what we've discovered. And what you're looking for is, you're looking for the ultimate. Whatever you discovered, that should be the ultimate. What have you discovered? In the ultimate domain, nothing is there is what you've discovered. Ultimately, nothing is there, that is the ultimate. Does it make some sense? Some sense, 2%? 10%?
What is the difference then between the ultimate domain and something subjected to the ultimate analysis?
Something subjective to the?
The ultimate analysis is emptiness of inherent existence.
Exactly.
And
that is the
ultimate domain is nothing.
That is same.
They are the same.
Yes, ultimately nothing is there. Ultimately everything is empty, is the emptiness.
So you are allowed to use the word nothing as what you found in the
No,
ultimate
nothing in the context.
in the
Without context, it is nihilism. In the context, it's fine. You getting it?
Thank you.
I'm wondering a question if I may.
Yes.
Would it be correct to describe emptiness as zero, like the number zero? Because the number zero describes nothing. But that's the description of nothing is zero in the numbers realm. Would it be correct in a way?
Okay.
Why do you need the number zero? Because it's symbolizes nothing. It's still.
So even the nihilists would use the number zero to say that nothing exists.
You need the number.
No, what I'm saying.
The nothing. With
Yes.
zero.
No, what I'm saying is that the zero can be very ambiguous because the people who speak about emptiness can also use the label zero. Those who say the solipsist, the headiness, they speak about nothing is there. You know, that is also, they also use the word zero. It's a little ambiguous. Yes, over there?
Yeah, just the emptiness, isn't that subjective? Is it not the projector?
Which one? Which one? Even emptiness. Good question. Okay, good question. Emptiness, is it subjective or not? What we learned is everything exists as subjectively. Everything exists subjectively. Did you hear what I said? Including emptiness. Even emptiness is subjective. Answer is yes. Yes, over there.
So I can see this flower and see the flower if I look with my eyes. So this is true. If I put in my other eye the microscope, I see a bunch of electrons. It's also true.
Yes.
So there is one truth that is more truth.
Very good. So you don't have to use your two eyes, one to negatize the other to electromagnetic. Don't worry about that. You can speak of two different persons. One, look at the same object through the electromagnetic. One look at the same object through naked eyes. One sees this as a flower, other sees this as empty of the flower. You getting it? So these two, both, which of the two perceptions is correct? Both are correct. Which is closer towards the object? Electron microscope. What is seen through the electron microscope, closer to the object, closer to the ultimate, is known as the ultimate truth. Absence of the flower in the objectively empty, or absence of flower in the ultimate domain, is the ultimate truth as seen by the electron microscope. And seeing this as a flower through the naked eyes is the conventional truth. So these two truths are the two truths of the same object.
But if I will go very, very like
Far away.
I won't see flower at all. So
If you go too far away, then what happens?
there is no flower.
Okay, if you go too far away, say you go into the 100 light years away from this, then this flower, forget about the flower, even this planet Earth will disappear. Is what you say? So that is not because it is not, it disappears or is empty, simply because the sight becomes so minuscule and your eyes become so gross. Right? Whereas the moment you go beyond, the moment you go onto the atomic level, even your eyes are the most refined eyes, you will never see the flower. You getting it?
So you say the closer are when you're getting closer to the object, so it's closer to the
Ultimate?
The ultimate truth.
Yes. So when you go towards the, okay, let's say, when you go close to the object, you're looking for the ultimate. You're looking for the ultimate. What you find with this analysis is known as ultimate truth. What is seen from the distance is known as the, that analysis, the conventional analysis, what you see is the conventional truth. And you go too far away, it's not because of the object, it's because of the weakness of the eyes. For example, vultures, our naked eyes, human beings' eyes, cannot see like a few kilometers away. But whereas the vulture's eyes can see the vulture. Vulture, what's vulture? Nature, even from very far away, they can see the food. Many kilometers away, they can see the food, right? Whereas with the flower, the moment you go beyond certain point, right? However refined your eyes is, you will never see the flower. It's not because of the weakness of the flower, it was the nature of the flower, right? Okay.
I'm trying to apply this wisdom of emptiness to a daily situation. You said that's practical. So you meet somebody and he, I don't know, say something rude to you and you get angry. What's the connection to the resolution and the object, and how do you apply it to this situation? Do you do the same to the emotion?
Okay, this is a wonderful thing. can we apply the same thing, same analysis to your emotions? Finally, the whole purpose of this is to tackle emotions. To tackle the emotions, for example, say, I see somebody who is nasty, right? The person nasty to me. Yesterday I talked about, may I become Buddha for the benefit of sentient beings, except for this person. I said it, right? This person comes to my side, agitation arises. So my mind, the subject, my emotion is stirred. So there, how to control this emotion? Finally, this emotion gets stirred. Whether the other person is unhappy, not happy, I'm unhappy. Right? My blood pressure will shoot up. So I'm the loser. So how to control this? One, you try to see the emptiness of the person. Our mind solidifies the person. While this person is nothing other than the perception. Just a perception, appearance, this is reality. But I see this person not as the appearance. I see this as a solidified object there. 100%, nothing to do with the subject. It's purely objective there. That triggers agitation in me. You're getting it? Okay. Now how to check this? Look at the other person sitting next to you. Very quickly. Look at the other person sitting next to you. Only to one person. Okay, most of you are smiling. I did not ask you to smile. I simply asked you to look at the other person. But you are smiling. Okay, look at the other person. Still you are smiling, I can see that. Okay, now, good. Don't forget how that person appeared to you. The next, do you agree with me that the face which made you to smile, this face is nothing but a bunch of atoms. Do you agree with me or not?
Yes.
Right? Okay, now, just imagine that, okay, two things. One, you visualize the same person, not in form of atoms, but same person in front of you, without looking at the other person. Just visualize the same person. Everybody is so serious. Why are you smiling now? Why are you not smiling? It's the same person. Right? When you look at the other person, again it's a perception. Now when you look at the two other person, it's the same perception. The first one you smile, I do not ask you to smile. You smile. Second one, you don't smile. Why?
Because there is
concentration.
Huh?
Concentration to imagine him.
no, there's no reaction.
Okay. The second one doesn't react. The first one does react. Hey, now the other person don't react, right? Don't react. Okay, look at the other person. You're very serious, you're looking at it like this, right? Okay, so why do you have to do like this? Very seriously. Imagine me in front of you. Do you do like this? You don't do like this, you relax. Why? Do like this means that you are seeing something very serious. Say, I should be strong. Okay, this is one exercise, which means, okay, my question will be there. Before we switch to the next part, okay, we'll switch to the next part now. Now, how strong are you? Mentally, how strong are you? I hope you're very strong. I will see how strong you are. Tell me, if the face of the person who made you smile, if you see the same, that face is nothing but made of millions of atoms. Do you agree with me or not? The face of the person who made you smile, that face is nothing but made of millions of atoms. Do you agree with me now? Good. Second question. If you see the face in the bunch as just bunch of atoms, I promise you will not smile. Yes, no. Okay, now I will ask you. Look at the other person to see, just to visualize that it's just a bunch of atoms. Look at the other person now. Hey, don't talk to the bunch of atoms. Hey, okay, now look at the other person, it's just as a bunch of atoms. This girl is smiling, this boy is smiling. Huh? Look, if you see a bunch of atoms, you smile, people are sent to the medical hospital. Okay, which means that we are not strong. You're getting it? We're not strong. We cannot imagine to see the person, the bunch of atoms, because our eyesight, seeing the person objectified is so strong. You're getting it? Intellectually, we are convinced that it's just a bunch of atoms. But still, your mind cannot see that as a bunch of atoms. Automatically, you see that as the objectified phase. Okay, this is a problem. This is why they say our emotions cannot easily be controlled, even though intellectually we know the emptiness concept. You getting it?
On the same basis,
No.
if I subject everybody to the whole world to ultimate analysis,
Yes.
and you subject me to ultimate analysis, what is the name of the subjective mind that analyzes subjectively the whole world?
Okay, you're asking who? Me in meditation or me not in meditation? If you ask me in meditation, I'll not answer to it at all because I'm not hearing you. If you ask me outside of meditation, then I'm the one who is labeling it.
You're the one who are labeling
Yes.
me.
Vada's mind is now in ultimate analysis with respect to everything. My mind is labeling it. Right? And if you ask this question to me while you're meditating, you are not meditating actually.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, this is... Okay, any questions? Yes, over there.
How I meditate on emptiness?
Okay, very good question. When is the 3-day residential course?
Next week.
Tuesday.
Thursday. Come to Thursday.
Sorry.
Okay, so this is a practical question. How can I meditate? This is a very serious question. One, unlike breathing meditation, unlike just stilling meditation, which we discussed yesterday, stilling meditation to still the mind. Unlike that, stilling the meditation so far, instruction that we need is not much. We just get a brief instruction, we can just go into meditation directly. For the analytical meditation precisely on emptiness, it is not that easy. We must have a rich study, a rich reflection, only then we can go into profound meditation. But if we have adequate studies, we can start meditation. But meditation at times, it can become very mechanical without any experience. Yet we can make it rich by meditating plus learning more, engaging more studies and reflection. So this is a process, right? Okay, and I'm sure that there are many people like Leora and Vada is also doing Sipila is there. Okay, then two of my friends here, Sudhagarji and Sudarshanaji, they are so much exposed to this kind of meditation studies. You can freely interact with them, and because they are living with me to India afterwards, they still we have the Leora, Sipila, and all the people are here. You can freely discuss with them, right? Okay, freely discuss with them about how to go about these things. And nowadays is very easy. The first thing that I would like to suggest is you may read His Holiness the Dalai Lama's book on emptiness, which is how to see yourself as you really are. How to see you. Sorry.
Also in Hebrew.
That's also available in Hebrew. Right?
Also on the table outside.
Table outside, okay. How to see yourself as you really are. This is a beautiful book.
Conventionally existing book.
Yes, okay. So you must read this book, and this book also gives you, say, some instructions how to meditate on emptiness. Very good. Any more questions?
Also, the next course will be available.
Okay, this course, yeah, available on the internet. Yes, over there.
So we cannot experience emptiness
Okay,
But
emptiness is.
it's not to be seen.
Okay, this is very good question. Very good question. The senses, 5 senses cannot see emptiness. That's true.
But I want to ask if we can experience emptiness by, I don't know,
Mental consciousness.
but by meditate, even not on emptiness, but while meditative experience, we can, I don't know, feel or whatever, like sense the
Emptiness.
emptiness, because it's also very hard to intellectually understand it.
That's true. Emptiness, even intellectually, is very complicated, right? You get lost. Right? What is emptiness? You get lost. Right? In fact, what I said was that it was during one of the retreats. One of the retreats, very intense retreats, for about like 8 days on emptiness. And then I talked about the ultimate domain in this hall, outside, no, in this hall, conventional domain, outside, ultimate domain. In the ultimate domain, nothing's there. If you peep through, you will find nothing. We studied all these things. Then during the tea break, one girl came to me during the tea break. She said, Geshe, what you said is very true. I said, what did I say? She said that, you said that in this hall, in the ultimate conventional domain, everything is there. The moment you go out, everything dissolves. You are very true. While I was attending your class, I feel that I'm getting everything. The moment I leave this hall, everything disappears. She said, wow, this is amazing. Okay, so it is not easy. What's your name? Huh? Remo. Limo. Okay, what Limo says is very true. Even to intellectually understand is very difficult. Right? Forget about actually experiencing it. So therefore, yet,
Yes, what?
Yet it is so important to get it. If you don't get it, we will never get to feel the fearlessness. We have to live in the world of fear all the time. If you want to get away from the fear, this is which can help you, not anything else. This is so precious. And this is something which you don't have to believe in. You don't have to have a faith in it. You don't have to have a blind faith in it. Just study this extensively, you'll get it. Once you get it, it is yours. Right? It will never leave you in fear. It will free you from fear all the time.
I still didn't understand if you said you can feel this, you can experience emptiness by, I don't know, whatever senses it will be.
Say it again?
You said that it is possible to experience
Yes.
it.
Of course. Yes. 100%. Right? Emptiness, what I would say is that to what extent this emptiness experience, to remove your fears, any form of fears, to what extent you understand it and to what extent you experience it, it depends on many factors, but the most important factor is study objectively, meaning with open mind. With open mind, study this. With open mind, study this and welcome any questions that can come from outside. Any questions. It's not that, oh, this is so sacred, we should believe in it. No. Right? You just study this, rationally study this. This is the key word, rationally. Rationally study this, you'll get it. Once you get it, it is yours. This is what anybody is bound to get. It is not necessary that you should be a believer in Buddha. Not necessary.
Going back to the flower, okay. So I make an ultimate analysis, and the flower disappears, but there's atoms. So it's empty of being the flower. The flower doesn't exist. Something does exist, so it appears as a flower, not as chocolate. What is that?
Did you follow the question?
Yes.
the question is that, okay, let us